they were saying that old boy was getting at you too. Envy Man, he was getting at you.
Who's Envy Man?
Charlagmane. Said that he got.
I'm not arguing with nobody that's the B mic on their show. If it's your show and you the B mic, shut the up. I'm not arguing. You've taken yourself out of Pod Wars.
Do you really? Oh, okay.
What?
You really feel that he's a B mic?
He's the B mic on his show.
Because a lot of times when you get at niggas with truth. So I'm just making sure that you really feel this way.
He's 100% the B mic.
Okay.
When he's sitting next to Schulz on his show, he's the B mic.
Oh, next to okay.
The B mic. He down, the show down, stock is down, all that is down. You down.
Oh, I see what show. I thought you said okay.
See, I don't even talk to these niggas, man.
In the ever-evolving world of podcasting, clashes and rivalries occasionally emerge as prominent figures vie for dominance in the auditory arena. One such recent showdown involved Joe Budden and Charlagmane, two titans of the podcasting realm. Joe Budden, known for his candid and confrontational style, took direct aim at Charlagmane's podcast, particularly his partnership with Andrew Schulz. The crux of Joe Budden's critique revolved around his assertion that Charlagmane played a diminished role on the podcast, essentially occupying what he derisively referred to as the B-mic position. In this spirited exchange, Joe Budden minced no words as he questioned Charlagmane's place on the podcasting stage. His contention was clear. Charlagmane, who had built a formidable reputation as a radio host and media personality, had allegedly relegated himself to a secondary role, one where he remained relatively silent and refrained from engaging in robust arguments or discussions. Joe Budden's criticism was not just a mere jab but a substantial challenge to Charlagmane's status in the podcasting world. Moreover, Joe Budden's words carried a deeper implication that Charlagmane had taken a step back from the podcasting universe. In the world of podcasting, where voices clamor for attention, Joe Budden suggested that Charlagmane's prominence had waned, and his relevance had dwindled. This assertion was significant, as it signaled a seismic shift in the podcasting hierarchy, challenging the established order and raising questions about Charlagmane's standing. Joe Budden's critique did not stop at questioning Charlagmane's role. It extended to mocking what he perceived as Charlagmane's diminished influence. Charlagmane, who had built a formidable platform and garnered a substantial following, suddenly found himself in the crosshairs of Joe Budden's scorn. This mockery was not only a personal dig but also a challenge to Charlagmane's reputation as an influential voice in the media landscape. As the verbal sparring between Joe Budden and Charlagmane reached its zenith, Joe Budden made his stance unequivocal. He declared that he no longer engaged in conversations with Charlagmane and those aligned with him. This parting shot served as a clear dismissal, signaling that Joe Budden was moving in a different direction and had no time for further exchanges with his erstwhile colleague. In the broader context of the podcasting world, this showdown between Joe Budden and Charlagmane highlighted the competitive and sometimes combative nature of the medium. It underscored the importance of maintaining one's position and influence in a crowded field where voices jostle for attention and dominance. Moreover, it served as a reminder that even well-established figures are not immune to challenges and critiques, and the dynamics of the podcasting world are in a state of constant flux. The clash also touched upon the evolving nature of podcasting partnerships. Podcast hosts, like any other creative duos, may encounter tensions and disagreements about their roles and contributions. The spat between Joe Budden and Charlagmane shed light on the intricacies of such collaborations and the challenges of maintaining a harmonious balance of power and influence. Furthermore, the critique levied by Joe Budden brought into focus the fickle nature of public opinion and influence. Charlagmane, who had carved out a prominent niche in the media landscape, suddenly found himself facing questions about his standing and relevance. This episode served as a stark reminder that in the world of media and entertainment, success can be transient, and one must constantly adapt to stay relevant. Podverse often generate significant buzz and captivate the attention of listeners. Engaging in conflicts and rivalries can create a sense of drama and excitement, fostering increased audience engagement and loyalty. Joe Budden's involvement in Podverse may thus be a strategic move to captivate and retain listeners, leveraging the heightened interest and discussions surrounding such clashes. By embracing controversy and confrontation, he keeps his podcast relevant and sustains a dedicated listener base. In a rapidly evolving industry, maintaining relevance is crucial for podcasters. Podverse can help Joe Budden remain in the spotlight and extend his influence within the podcasting community. By engaging in public disputes with other prominent podcasters, he not only solidifies his position as a significant player in the field but also creates opportunities for collaborations, guest appearances, and cross-promotion. Podverse, when managed strategically, can serve as a platform for expanding one's reach and influence. While Podverse may yield short-term benefits in terms of attention and listener engagement, they also have potential implications for the podcasting industry as a whole. The focus on conflicts and rivalries can overshadow the essence of podcasting, which is to provide valuable content and meaningful conversations. Engaging in Podverse may divert attention from the substantive aspects of podcasting, ultimately detracting from the industry's growth and credibility. Moreover, Podverse can contribute to a toxic environment within the podcasting community. Instead of fostering collaboration, mutual support, and healthy competition, it can perpetuate an atmosphere of animosity and division. Listeners may become disillusioned by the incessant conflicts, which could lead to a decline in overall interest and engagement with the medium. In conclusion, the feud between Joe Budden and Charlagmane Thagod over the dynamics of their podcasting partnership was a compelling moment in the podcasting world. It showcased the competitive nature of the medium, highlighted the complexities of creative collaborations, and raised questions about the ever-changing landscape of influence and relevance in the media sphere. Ultimately, it served as a testament to the dynamism and unpredictability of the podcasting arena, where even the most established voices can face challenges and critiques.